everyone. Quick one from me before we get started today. One of the reasons you might be listening to this podcast is because you feel slightly lost or a bit stuck in life. Over the last 18 months, I've been building a self-led ebook course for you based upon overcoming this feeling. It might be that you are frustrated that you're on this hedonic treadmill of life, despite the fact you've been working on yourself for a while, and with experience should come answers. Or simply put, you're just not where you thought you'd be at this point of your life, and this makes you unhappy. Well, this is where it all changes. You take control of what you can whilst enjoying the ups and downs of life, with the peace of mind that you're doing everything you can to work towards what matters to you. I can remember feeling lost and stuck in jobs and with life in general. All the self-development content out there telling you how to become successful when all you really need to do is find out what success means to you. So, start with this ebook course that I've created for you. 30 days of you taking the time to focus on yourself. Not rushing, not living up to anyone else's expectations, just you getting closer to who you want to become and the life you want to live. Check it out in the show notes and enjoy the show. Hello everyone, and welcome to this episode of the Self-Improvement Project. Today's episode is called Improve Your Day. To be honest with you, today mentally I found quite tough. Just one of those days that every single human being can go through. Regardless of how much you have in your life, you are always susceptible to being stuck in your own head sometimes. So I feel like it's important to acknowledge that, because they come and they also go. So if you're having a bit of a tough day when you're listening to this, or maybe looking for something a bit uplifting, well, you are in for a treat. Now, guys, I don't know how else I can kind of describe it, but I am still yet to find a bigger high than receiving an email from someone that's listened to this and the kind words that they have about a particular episode, or just in general. So if that has been you over the last few weeks, I thank you. I am forever in debt to you. And yes, thank you very much. It makes everything that I do worthwhile. I hope you have something similar in your life that you can work towards with that. I have been coaching 3 wonderful humans over the last month and a bit, and I'm looking to continue that in 2022. So if you fancy some coaching, I'm going to be trialing some different experiments throughout the year. Easiest place you'll find out about it and hear about it will be through my email list. The website will have the option, but the context won't be there as it would be in the emails. So I would suggest that. But anyway, let's crack on and improve your day. So what I did today was I made a list of simple things that I could do regardless of maybe where I was, what I was doing, how I was feeling, that I knew would instantly improve my day. And what I did after that was start to schedule them into where they would fit in the day. So, let me walk you through it, which is a nice way to set the scene. When the dawn is breaking and the sun is coming up, Obviously, it's not going to be every day, especially here in Glasgow where it rains most of the time. But when the sun is rising, and that moment of the day is such a special moment because it's almost as if the world is waking up, and there's a tranquility to that moment, or those few hours, I guess. And obviously I have a dog, so I have a reason to, but I feel like making the most of that time by being outside and taking all of that in with the fresh air, with the peace, with the quiet, is quite powerful. It's quite a good way to set up the day. It sets your intentions right for how you want to live by starting your day with peace. And that leads me on to the next point about peace. Peace, quiet, solitude is something that we need to find more of. I saw a funny tweet the other week saying that they were on a meditation camp or retreat for like 4 days, and when they came back, the noise the world makes is deafening. So think how much noise is actually in your life right now and every day. It's actually quite difficult to find peace and quiet. So how can we find peace? Meditation. When I meditate, I still usually only do it once a day, tops. I'm struggling with the 2 times a day. I have, it's not guided, but I have calming music in the background, which I find really nice. Sometimes the sort of thing that you would get at a spa, I guess, in the background. And the power of switching off to that for anything between 10 minutes and 30 minutes can be quite powerful. Especially when you are maybe working or you're really busy all the time, you realise how important it is to just stop with that. I might meditate after this, actually, just talking about it. And that peace is continuing from that walk first thing in the morning, and can act as a bit of a benchmark for you realigning with yourself each day. I almost think like meditation is somewhere between being conscious and asleep, and it's quite nice. Whilst we are meditating, we clear our minds, but also we can allow thoughts to fall out of our minds as well. And I feel like writing is important each day. Journaling, to an extent. Sometimes I'm much more of a thought writer. I write my thoughts. But writing ideas, writing just things that make sense to you in that moment, whether it's introspective, whether it's based upon experience, whether it is just feelings and emotions, writing allows you to capture whatever that feeling is and bottles it forever. Because when you go back and read that, you get that feeling back. Or reading. Reading is definitely my weakness. It's something I don't prioritise, and I never give myself the chance to really get into books. But finding quiet time aside just to read is as important as anything you're going to hear when it comes to self-development and self-improvement. Now, I might do another episode on this another time, but don't feel like you need to read to finish it. Read as much or as little as you want. Read until you get an idea. Read until you reach inspiration. Or read until you don't enjoy it anymore. That's all fine. Consuming through reading is good. And as you're doing just now, consuming through podcasts is also beneficial. It almost feels like a book, or sometimes like a movie, where it takes you away from the present moment and you get to escape reality for a bit. Someone or people having a conversation in your ears really sinks in more than a lot of other things. So listening to a podcast that you like, maybe it's an episode that you've been looking forward to, you can use as a reward. Maybe it's something that you've read the description and it's just heightened your curiosity. Or maybe it's just part of your routine every Monday to expect an episode and listen to it. So, listening to a podcast can ground you for the day. It can add novelty to your day also. And the one that I believe, which I'm currently missing at the moment because of health, but the one that I believe is the most impactful for improving your day is exercise. Exercise. Your body is one of the most amazing things on earth. I'm not going to dive into it too deeply, but you need to exercise not just for your body but for your mind. By creating this improvement in your physical sense, it only complements your mental side of things as well. Get that heart rate up, put those muscles under stress, and you will feel better for it. You will become better for it, and you will realize potential that you maybe didn't even think you had. Or at the end of the day, it might just be fun. To finish today's episode, I want you to think of all of those things, from the walking to the peace, to the writing and reading, to the podcasts and the exercise, and I want you to dream. I want you to dream about these days. How are you going to create time in your days to improve them with these things? But also dream about the life you wish to lead. What does that look like? Who is in it? Who's not in it? What do you do every day, every week, every month? Who do you share this dream with? And how does it evolve over time when you get everything that you want? And that's us. That's how I'm leaving it with you today. So, I hope you enjoyed that. Message me with your thoughts. What would you add? Would you remove anything? This is just my list, remember. What's yours? What are you going to create? Ping me an email or sign up to the email where you get it every Sunday with some nice thoughts at that peaceful time, first thing in the morning. Oh, I forgot to add coffee onto my list to improve your day. Oh well, maybe that's for another episode. And I will see you all next time. Cheers. Hey guys, me again. I hope you enjoyed that episode, and if you're not ready for the Becoming Unstuck in 30 Days self-led course quite yet, why don't you try my free ebook I created? 5 simple steps to improve yourself and your life. I made this during the very first lockdown of the pandemic in the early days of the self-improvement project. It's a quick go-to when you're feeling unsure of what to work on when improving yourself or your lifestyle. And a great starting point if you're trying to figure out how to live a more fulfilling and simple life. The link for this will be in the show notes for you. Have a good one.